Welcome, my friends, to Whatever Gaming. I am Wes, the host of Whatever Gaming. On this channel, we retro game, modern game, and everything in between. And today we're going to be playing The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild on the Nintendo Wii U. This game came out in 2017 simultaneously on the Nintendo Switch and the Wii U. They only sold like 1.5 million copies of the Wii U version, and I think like 35 million on the Switch. So you are seeing the version that is less played, and we're going to continue our shrine hunting here. I may just break down at some point and defeat the divine beasts, but for right now, we're hunting shrines. And with that, let's go ahead and begin our Let's Play. Today is September 12th, 2024. It is a Thursday. Excuse me. Yeah, there seem to be very minor differences in the two versions of the game. It does seem to play relatively similarly. I love the lore in Breath of the Wild. I love how it's also kind of a return to tonally the original Legend of Zelda. You know, you're just basically dropped in the game and go. And that's one thing they never really explained in the original Legend of Zelda, at least not that I can recall, is why your first sword is brown. So in this game, they give you like two options of why you have a brown sword. It's a rusty sword or it's a wooden sword. Okay. Yeah, good enough for me. Let's see. I feel like we should go here. Let's go here. Dun da 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 da. Da 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 na 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 da 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 do 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 do. I love the implementation of the boomerang in this game. I love the way that it was done. I say that on every stream, but I mean, I really mean it. I really mean it. See, like it bounces off of stuff. You're all like, whoops, my boomerang done bounced off of something. There's just so much to do in this game. Truly a masterpiece. Probably my favorite Zelda game ever. So we're trying to go for that shiny blue thing on the map there. Come on, man! Climb the mountain! Get to the thing! Seems like kind of a high climb, doesn't it? Hail, Vigilante Williamson. Welcome, my friend. BW says, some Zelda faithful didn't like the open world, do anything nature of the game. Oh, those must have been the late comers. Those must have been the ones that came in to the Zelda franchise, like, after, you know, like Link to the Past or Ocarina. Yeah, I find that kind of surprising. That's my favorite part. I do miss dungeons. I miss the dungeons. I miss you know, but they gave you, like, different options. They gave you the shrines, they gave you the divine beasts, and then they gave you, like, actual labyrinths. So, kind of feel like there's enough there to you know, to scratch that itch. But there is, you know, what's that saying? There's no accounting for taste. There's not. Okay. Oh, could I just have walked up there? That's lame. What's going on here? Hardy radish. Oh, shit. One of these things. All right. Okay, so here's what we got to do with him. Hail, awesome one. Welcome, my friend. Good to see ya. Okay. So this is a Hinox. And you're fucking dead. See ya, bitch. Yeah, we'll see about that. Ooh, that's a good weapon, too. Nice. That's a good weapon, actually. Got all kinds of good stuff here. Hail, Parrothead! Welcome, my friend. Good to see ya. Got a little bit of time to kill before I have to head out, so I thought I would play some video games. Probably should finish up Conspiracy Chronicles since we're so close to getting it done. I've been under a lot of stress, though, so I'm not quite where I feel I can. What I write when I'm under a lot of stress, it comes out, you know, the writing reads like a memo. It's really not good. And then when you have to go through it so it's like a waste of time. It's like Tom Bilyeu was saying on his channel, be more efficient with how you spend your time. And if you know you're going to create a shitty product, just walk away. Well, looky what we have here. Which one's the distance one? Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, we don't want to use the good one here. We'll use this one. You don't mind if I massacre your village, do you? Hashtag Concord walk away. Concord? What's that? They said in the Vietnam War you've got to destroy a village to save it? That's what we just did. Alright, what other stuff should I... Nuke a place to save it. Yep. Exactly. What else looks interesting around here? I feel like that looks interesting. Let's go there. Awesome One says, I think the idea was the neutron bomb. You wipe out all the flesh, but keep the assets. Yeah. We probably have so much scarier stuff orbiting in orbit right now, it's probably not even funny. We probably have some absolutely terrifying shit in orbit right now. I think it was the Bulgar Slayer. Was it Leo? One of the Byzantine... Well, we call them the Byzantines, but one of the Byzantine emperors that... when they were fighting the Bulgarians, they captured the troops and they gouged all of their eyes out except for one to lead them back to Bulgaria. so that they could, you know, and those people had to be cared for the rest of their lives, draining their resources to have all these blinded people walking around. Yeah, human history is pretty gnarly. You ever do a deep dive into that stuff? People have been really bad to each other. Okay, so I've already been there. We'll go there. Yeah, that seems cool. God, I went down the rabbit hole on you know, police videos and stuff. And there was this one cop that arrested this prostitute. And the prostitute's like, I'm ready to fuck now. Can we work this out? And the cop's like, hey, you can't be talking about this. We're being recorded. And then he turns off his body cam, right? And an hour later, he has to get on his radio because he locked himself in the back seat with this prostitute. And, like, they found, you know, semen on his uniform. And he's like, and then the next video is him trying to explain how he got locked in the back of his squad car with this prostitute. And, yeah, he ended up, they let him resign, but, just like, come on, man, you're dealing with criminals. You know you're getting set up. You know you're gonna get caught. But the, you know, like a bunch of those squad cars arrived with him in the back seat of his squad car, locked in with this prostitute. Yeah, criminals don't really have a problem rolling on anyone, hardened criminals. What a dumbass. But she didn't look like one of those prostitutes that was really banged up like a lot of prostitutes, you know? What in the hell is that? Some of those prostitutes. If you're ever driving through like a bad neighborhood or whatever to get from here to there. It's like, not even if you paid me, honey. Not even if you paid me. Vigilante Williamson says, criminals do the most snitching. The Departed taught us that. Yeah. Parrothead says, low-level mobsters are a great example of crooks turning on each other. Indeed, sir. Well, I, unfortunately... I've had kind of a front row seat to a lot of criminality. I can tell you there are no loyalties in that, with those folks. Paraded says, I'll rat out anyone to get a lighter sentence. Yeah, absolutely. Alright, let's see what's going on here. This looks a little weird. Who the fuck are you? I wouldn't say that I'm prudish or anything. But it does seem to me like it's not worth it, just basically... what I've observed. The criminals in my family, for example, they have absolutely nothing. They have nothing. Like, what did you get out of all that? You got nothing. Realtor drug kingpins of Santa Monica? Haven't heard of it. Wait a second, what's going on here? Okay, so there's a shrine nearby here. And that's why I'm surprised these cops would jeopardize their careers doing that shit. Like, you got a good paying job, you got a pension. Why fuck it up on some nonsense like that? I don't get it. Maybe I'm supposed to dive into that. Is that what I'm supposed to do? Awesome One says I could write another season of Breaking Bad with the stuff I've seen. I could write like 5 seasons of Breaking Bad with the stuff I've seen. Okay, so where's the dude with the flute? Isn't he supposed to tell me what to do here? Paraded says they think they are the law, thus are immune to the consequences. They are not. The cops that the videos that I've seen where the officers are being arrested, they don't tolerate that shit. They know that they're under a magnifying glass and that they don't want that perception. They don't want those bad elements. But there was this one. There's this one, right, where there's this video of this cop, and he pulled this guy over that had a federal, that he had a warrant, and he was on, and he had an ankle bracelet for being on parole for a federal rap, right? And he had $10,000 in cash, right? So the cop goes up to him, and the cop clearly it clearly looks like he's stoned, okay? And all the comments are like, what a cool cop, he let him go. So he pulls him over, and the guy says, I've got $10,000 in cash because I just sold a car. And then, right, the camera goes black, and then the cop's like, This was a great stop. This was an awesome stop. And then the cop says, well, we found $4,000 in cash, but since he was cooperative, I decided to let him go. So, you see the difference there? He pulled him over. He found $10,000 in cash. And then he's like, "What?" And then at the end of it, he's like, "Well, we found 4,000. I let him have his $4,000 in cash back." The guy clearly took a bribe to let the guy go, and everybody in the comments is like, "It's so cool that the cop let him go." And I'm like, "Did you not see that he just took a bribe?" Yeah. Awesome One says, "Yeah, most cops ignore traffic laws when they're not on a call. And I've seen some that use that to get a lunch quicker. I have too, not necessarily in my area, and not for a long time, but I have seen that happen, yeah." VW says, "Crime hasn't been worth it in decades unless you're a cartel. You're not making real money." No, they don't. They scrape, and it's just like, you live in a shitty neighborhood, you never have money. It doesn't make any sense. And then the low-level criminals they get are stupid, too. But yeah, the cop was like, "Oh, this is a great stop. This is a great stop. This stop was cool." But yeah, the comments were all like, "Oh, it was so cool of this cop to let the guy go, even though he had a federal warrant." Thank you for following EcoGoth. Welcome, my friend. Hello. Or in government, says Awesome One. Yep. Gotta be part of the team, the secret team, I think they call it. The government is the new mob. There's been a lot of books written about that stuff. So let's see. For this, we need to star that. I mean, look at the Clintons. The Clintons and the Bushes, man. They call the Bushes the WASP Mafia, white Anglo-Saxon Protestant. The WASP Mafia, that's what the Bushes are called. See, even the cop that took that bribe was not very smart. Shit. Awesome One says, "We know Pelosi most likely has been using government for insider trading for many years. Her family is mafia from Baltimore. Her family is mafia. They've been using government for a long time." It's entirely possible that Leon Panetta's family was mafia. What? He can just touch me and I die? That's fucked up. I'm getting mad. Yeah, there we go. BW says, yep, he probably makes like 75 to 100K a year with OT and good benefits. Why throw it away for 4K? Well, it depends on how often he does it, but if you do it often enough, you're going to get caught. But he was stupid because he did it on camera. Let's see, what do we got in the way of bows here? Oh, we don't need that, that's for sure. Yeah, I was watching some. There's this guy, the Johnny Q channel, and he was a former police officer, and he does a gun channel now, and he was talking about how people, used to call him a TikTok cop, and his colleagues didn't like him because he was explaining policies and procedures. And the older cops are like, you don't explain the fucking policies and procedures, man. Let them figure that shit out on their own. And then I was watching a lot of these cop watch channels. And these guys basically are under the guise of making videos, exercising their First Amendment right to filming cop cars and detective cars and all that stuff to see if the cops are going to comply with their First Amendment rights. Well, that may be what they're doing. But if you've had any experience with criminals whatsoever in your life, you know what they're doing is they're getting all those license plate numbers and they're putting it out there to help their buddies out, and that there is an ulterior motive for it. It's just interesting to go down that rabbit hole. But yeah, that guy ended up leaving because he was getting razzed by his colleagues because they thought that he was giving away too much of their policies and procedures. And all he was doing was like, hey, if you've got a CCW, this is how you interact. Well, I wish I would have known about that shield bop on my first playthrough. Well, looky what we have here. So I can't use my bombs here because... getting a phone call? What's going on here? BW says, I hate cops. It can be a tough job and they are necessary evil, but a lot are trash. A lot are trash. The ones that I just described are trash. Awesome One says, I had a guy in our hall at school who was obsessed with listening to a police scanner. You know, my brother had a police scanner. It's funny, in one of my local groups here, there's this Hispanic guy that has a police scanner, and he has a page dedicated to being a police scanner. Okay, that's the guise of it. The real motivation, I am convinced, is to monitor immigration activity. You know, things are rarely what they seem in this world. And that's fine. He could, I don't have any problem with it. I think it's actually pretty smart that he's doing that. Ooh, ooh la la, that's what I like. Ooh, what have we here? All kinds of goodies here. Yeah, but my older brother was obsessed with police scanners. He had one, and we could actually listen in on the neighbors back before cordless phones went digital. Yeah, you could hear all kinds of stuff on that police scanner. Like there was some guy on the phone that was high and blowing pot smoke in his baby's face. Like we overheard these people that had met Quentin Tarantino and spoiled Pulp Fiction and said that Marcellus's soul was what was in the suitcase. One of our neighbors was having an affair. That was on the police scanner. All kinds of shit, yeah. And then one of our other neighbors was engaged in some sort of Medicare fraud. And they were trying to get their story straight. Yeah, I don't think I want that shield. But yeah, my mother insisted on always having a corded phone because of that, and so we had like a 50, I swear to God, a 50-foot cord on our phone back then. So anyway, yeah, that's how I first heard that Marcellus's soul was in the suitcase. Hope I didn't spoil it for you. These are probably not my favorite Korok puzzles. Oh. Dang it. Oh well. Yeah, spoil harder! It's a 30-year-old movie. I think you're safe, yeah. One would hope. What the hell is that? Have I been there? Oh, okay, I have been there. Alright. Ooh. There better be something good in there. But yeah, we had, a few years back, we had some weird stuff happen with our police chief. Where his wife ended up dead. He reported it as a suicide. And the way and apparently there was a love triangle situation happening and all kinds of salacious shit involving that. But they didn't fire him. They didn't fire him until he got caught in a squad car getting head from a female cadet. It's like, okay, your wife dies under suspicious circumstances. Not cool. Getting head in your squad vehicle. That's okay. But it's just human nature. All this stuff, you know, with the corruption that we're fighting, you know, the NWO, the New World Order stuff. It's all human nature, you know, and it's easy to dismiss them as demons and evil, and certainly they do evil stuff. But if you just look at them as weak humans, you'll find the truth. If you view them as human, you'll find the truth. But yeah, that whole thing, they're like, does your wife know how to use a gun? You know, how did she get to the gun if the gun's always in a safe? And why tell him that it's human nature? I can't listen to that or PYT VW after that. I just can't. Wanna Be Starting Something. I can still listen to that one. I love Wanna Be Starting Something. That one's a great tune. Wanna be starting something. Wanna be starting something. Yeah, the kid stuff is demonic. Well, I mean, if you look at it as... It's like that line from Dante's Inferno. It's better to rule in hell than to serve in heaven. And they, you know, skull and bones. Skull and bones. What's the difference between the skull of the person, you know, of the pauper or the prince? There is no difference. Therefore, you have one life to live, and it's here in the material world, not in the non-material world. Ergo, we want to cut your connection to the non-material world, the spirit world, and you will serve us. And the way to do that is to harm children. And it's absolutely true that they do believe that children are closer to God because it's before you've lived this life. Yeah, it is really demonic. You are absolutely right. But the motivations behind it, getting people to do it, I mean, that's evil's favorite trick. Evil's favorite trick is to get good men to do bad things. You know, get you to do... we just talked about how criminals roll on each other. It's that same kind of mindset. You know what? I'm going to get you to do the dirty deed, and you're going to be the one holding the bag. And guess what? Now that you've done this horrible thing, I'm the only one that's your friend. I'm the only one you can trust. So, you know, now you serve me, because I've got this on you. It is insidiously demonic. Awesome One says, speaking of sexual harassment, Dad was doing online training and the videos are so laughable. Yeah, I've done some of that training. Yeah, some of the racial sensitivity stuff is pretty interesting too. BW says, if they left the kids alone, not that I wouldn't care, but it wouldn't make it nearly as reprehensible. I agree, man. I think there has to be... I mean, no matter how much you want to... I mean, you get roped into something like that, that leaves a stain on your soul that it's difficult to erase. No matter how hard you try and repent. Yeah, I don't want that. That's kind of a lame weapon, actually. Awesome One says, in the days up to the end of Roe versus Wade, there was a gate to Ishtar set up outside the Capitol building. I did not know that. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, people seem to still not understand what the overturning of Roe beating Wade really meant. What? You never been to racial sensitivity? Those videos are pretty funny, VW. I think you would get a kick out of them. It is kind of racist, but yeah. Some of it is, okay, one of them I could remember was, they had a black chick with, an afro, and everybody's like, oh, can I touch your hair? And basically it was very racially insensitive to ask to touch the black chick's hair. That was a big part of it, I remember. No touchy the hair was what that one was about. I think another one was they kept asking this black guy if he wanted to play basketball with him, and he said he didn't play basketball, and they're like, come on, Clarence, you know you play basketball. You know, stuff like that. Let's see, what's another one? They had a Latino guy, and they were asking everybody to go to lunch, and he's like, I want a burger. And they're like, Jose, you want a burger? Are you sure you don't want tacos, Jose? You sure you don't want tacos? You know you want tacos, Jose. And he's like, no, I want a burger. Like, just like stuff like that. Yeah, VW says, WTF, that sounds hilarious. It is hilarious, actually. Yeah, Awesome One's getting a kick out of it, too. I found him totally hilarious. Yeah, the hostile work environment, sexual harassment stuff was pretty funny. I think with the Asian guy, it was like, oh, ancient Chinese secret. And that was the racial insensitivity. The guy that was in that commercial was the Asian guy in RoboCop, incidentally enough. Yeah, I think the only thing I remember about the hostile work environment one was there's just a bunch of dudes going around talking about their conquests and showing pictures of chicks they thought were hot. Didn't actually even. I'm like, that's sexual harassment? Okay. In the presence of a woman. That's what it was. Awesome One says, what they don't tell you is the keeping of certain people's doing sexy time because they bring the company money, and many people are caught up in blackmail that don't get found out for many moons. Yep. That is true. You are correct, sir. Yeah! Are there any goodies around here? Looking for goodies. I'm not doing really good finding shrines right now. VW says, at an old job, we all knew the boss slept her way to the top. The rumor is that she also had the herp. Uh-oh. Well, that's the gift that keeps on giving. Yeah, my boss at the state, the rumor was that she got there on her back with a certain you know, district manager, we'll say. Not only that, but also she was a serial sexual harasser. and that she, you know, well, that I'd seen the behavior, so I believe that to be true. And that she would justify her sexual harassment of the dudes by saying, "Oh, men have gotten away with that for years." Was her justification for said bad behavior. I don't know that she had herp, but she was way past her prime, man. She should not have been doing that stuff. Yeah, a lot of people don't care about herp. You had a boss who lived with an employee? Who knows what they think we were doing? Who knows what they were doing? Yeah, pretty obvious. Good lord, I hate office politics. I hate it. I would hate to be in human resources. That's what I would really hate. Can you imagine that? You want to get into human resources? Oh, I can't wait to help people with you know, with their getting leave and helping them pick their benefits, and then you have to deal with like the messiness of people hooking up and fucking each other. And real and fake sexual harassment claims. Oh man, fuck that. Yeah, I care too if it affects the job. That's all I care about is if it affects the job. Like, you know, I think everybody deserves to have a happy and healthy life. And if that, you know, means a happy and healthy sex life, and for most of us it does, that's all good. But don't let it affect work. There is nothing worse than the person who is not the best for the job getting the job and then having to report to that person. Man, that is terrible. Yeah, offices are demonic. That's why I don't want to work in one. I want to do a combination of field work and work from home. Awesome One says, one boss I had drank all day and lied to corporate. Was it an expense account or was it something else? Ugh. I feel like we're not doing so good here. In the shrine quest. We'll go to Oki's Naval. No, it's not what I wanted to do. Wait, what the hell is that? Hail, Wolf O'Donnell! Welcome, my friend. Good to see ya. We are doing our Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild on the Wii U. We're also talking a lot of shit, which is always nice, about like workplace nightmares and another bunch of topics. All day, huh? Awesome One says, another I had would intentionally treat me like garbage when another boss told me to do something, and had to wait to do the first boss's request second. Both had equal authority, so it was frustrating. Yeah, I've had that scenario. VW says, I've been working from home since the pandemic, and I never want to go back. It's so overrated going into the office. See, that's another thing that happened when I was working for the state, was that they had people working from home. And they had people working from home that had never been in the office. They did an audit, and they had like 30 people that were getting paychecks, and they had no idea what they did. And so they went to go call those people to get them to come in just to check on them, and like only 3 of those people answered their phones. So these people were drawing paychecks for like over 10 years. And they eventually tried to get them to come into the office. Only like 3 people came into the office. And they ended up starting, the process to fire them. AWOL they called it, absent without leave. And they decided that the way to fix telecommuting, I'm not even kidding you, was that now they'd instituted a new policy where they had to come into the office once a year now. Once a year. And nobody could figure out what those people did. Nobody. Wolf O'Donnell says, I'll sub to you. I just saw you floating around and I support small channels. Well, thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. I will return the sub. Yeah, this is like my 3rd YouTube channel. I've had a bunch of YouTube channels nuked, so that's always fun. Yeah, I was like, why the hell didn't I get a job like that? Fuck, because my whole point of getting a state job was so... I'm not even gonna lie. My job was 1 Excel spreadsheet a month. 1 spreadsheet a month! And I don't care how slow you work. You can't work slow enough to make 1 spreadsheet a month. To work that slow. So my plan was, I was going to pass probation. I would show up. My plan was to pass probation, come in at 8 in the morning, leave, and then come back at 5 p.m. and then leave, and just do my real estate business and draw the salary. That was my plan. And you know what's funny? Is that I didn't do that during probation because I didn't want to fail my probation, but because I didn't do that and I was the only one not doing that, I think they thought I was a snitch and therefore they failed me on my probation. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. But yeah, that was my plan. Oh well. But the telecommuting thing, that would have been so much better for me. Yeah, Vigilante Williams says, awesome. The inefficiency of the state wins. Yeah. Well, now I'm banned because it turned into... I fought the fail of the probation, and so I ended up not failing. And I ended up getting a cash settlement. And I even told... I had to do everything to get that cash settlement, by the way. My union rep was worthless. And she's all like, oh, I've negotiated 112 of these, and only 2 of these ended up in a cash settlement, and you're the second one, and the first was 5 years ago. And I was like, what? And it wasn't even a great cash settlement either, to be honest. And so she's like, okay, you'll resign, they'll admit to no wrongdoing, and they'll pay you a cash settlement, and, don't worry, if you ever go to apply for another state job, right now the rules are that they can't find out about the settlement. I was like, are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? And she's like, yeah, the union rep assured me that that was true. And as soon as I got that settlement, the state legislature changed the rules. They changed the rules. And so now I basically can never get a state job again because they found out, because now the settlement has to be disclosed. And I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen. And I was like, well, at least the chick probably knows what she's talking about as far as this is concerned. VW says, I'm laying down right now waiting for a meeting. Nice. Yeah, that was the most dysfunctional job I've ever had in my life. You're terminated, fucker. Yeah, the inefficiency of the state loses. Yeah. Well, they're pretty efficient when... They're pretty efficient getting rid of me, that's for sure. The problem is, once you pass your probation... They can't get rid of you, so that's why they wanted to get rid of me. Oh no, I killed the horse! Alright, so it is a work meeting. Yeah, I hear ya. Hey, wait, didn't I kill that horse? Get out of here! Hail, Victor Fontaine! Welcome, my friend. Good to see you. We're just swapping horror stories about work. Awesome One says, I think the CEOs give the kids jobs and the kids give jobs to friends. The cycle continues. Yeah, so in other words, it's just like school. Goodness, I remember high school. People would go to the teacher's house and the teacher would be friends with the parents. And I was like, I can't wait to get out in the real world where this kind of stuff doesn't happen. Where it's all based on merit. Boy, did I get that wrong. Boy, did I get that wrong. Okay, usually there's like butterflies and shit by these flowers. Yeah, there's water. We'll go where the water is. Whoa, what the hell is that? That looks dangerous. I'm not going in there. No, it's not what I wanted to do. Alright, so I'm going to go here. Being a human being is messy, man. Especially if you're an introvert, it's really difficult. Oops. That's why I like the boomerang. Phrenic bow. So I have all good bows right now. Okay. Alright, well I guess we'll jump down the hole, huh? That looks interesting. We'll go there. No! Ah, shit. That was my favorite weapon, too. Damn it. So that is what sucks about the boomerangs. Hello, sir, madam. Okay, that's a bargain for those items. No, no, I don't want to sell them. The hell is going on here? Cuckoo! Cuckoo! Hello, Balotelli! Welcome, my friend. Stop smoking, that's really bad. I am not smoking, I am vaping. I agree, smoking is really bad. Which is why I don't do it. Hail Cotton Ministries, welcome, my friend. Gosh, you missed a great conversation, man. I would have loved to hear you chime in on what we talked about earlier. Yeah, I'm careful. My stepdad just died of lung cancer, so I think I'm alright. Hail Darker Link, welcome, my friend, to the channel. Where am I from? I am from Northern California in the United States. How about you, my friend? Portugal. Oh, okay. Nice. My name is Wes. Oh, what is going on? What the hell is this? Bunch of very phallic-looking stones sticking out of the ground right now. It is. It is like a stones cult. Oh, they've got like faces and stuff. I feel like this is one of those things I need to take a picture of. So they're looking at something. I feel like I'm going to get a mission on that soon. So they are looking... Why is my apple not going in there? Yeah, it does look like a Korok seed puzzle. You know what? We'll just do this. One of them's going to end up in there. I feel like that was kind of a waste of time. I feel like we didn't learn anything here. So he's looking in this direction. Yep, we do our best. Who the hell are you? Where are all these people coming from? What a creepy weirdo. What the hell's wrong with this guy? Already been there. This place is just crawling with people. Nope, nothing I can't find myself, dude. Put a fire in the stone cult? I'll get back there. I got distracted. Ooh. Looky what we have here. Oh, okay, I see. Hey, I already talked to this guy. Get the hell out of here, you asshole. When dark light resides in the Oh, okay. So that's the same clue. So I need to go back. Let me see what's in this fort first. No, I hear what you're saying. I understand you, Bellatelli. Favorite game of all time? That's a hard one. Probably this one right now. I really enjoyed Skyrim. I thought Skyrim was a masterpiece. I need an egg here. Yep, same here. I played it the first time around also, and I'm learning new things. Skyrim is definitely a masterpiece. Rock salt, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, I'm getting there in a second. I think Link's on keto. I think that's what's going on. Oh, thanks, Bellatoli. I hope so, too. That's the idea. YouTube doesn't like me, though. Yeah, I'm streaming on Twitch also. Let's see. Oh, we still got some slots for stuff. Oh, okay. Well, we'll see you, my friend. Thanks for hanging out. That didn't work out so well. All right, thanks for hanging out. Good night. Voltfin trout. Of course. Thanks for hanging. All right, let's go back to that. The thing, man, the thing. Let's see if we can find the statue we need to shoot. So we need to find the statue that has bright eyes or dark eyes or whatever. Do you have dark eyes? You don't have dark eyes. Oh, hey, it's this asshole. So that must be where the shrine pops up. Nothing at all creepy about hanging out with a bunch of statues that look at you weird. I feel like I should be starting a fire here, though. Let's see, which one's the long distance one? That's supposed to make the fire hotter? Anything else, dude? You figure it out yet, dude? Aha, okay. would have gotten it eventually. What? What the hell is this? I don't get a blessing after all that? Oh man, I don't even want that. God dang it. Alright, seems like a good place to quit, so that is what we will do. Thanks for hanging. Like we do here on Whatever Gaming, I'd love it if you'd give us a like, a share, and a subscribe, and we will see ya.